preserving our democracy is very important to me.
In January, I'm going to be much better, but Dr. Oz will still be a fraud.
We will win.
The 2022 U.S. midterms happen on Tuesday, and it has been a strange campaign. There's always a lot at stake, and not just for the U.S., but these midterms, they matter more than most.
It's about what makes America, America.
So here are the 4 things you need to know heading into the big night. Here is the main stage, the U.S. Congress. Right now, the Democrats control both the House and the Senate in Congress, and that makes it a whole lot easier for President Biden, who's a Democrat, to just get things done.
Things are looking good.
By the way, the midterms happen every 4 years in the middle of a president's term, and so midterms. Here's the thing about midterms. Historically, the president's party often loses seats, and polls say that's likely what's going to happen this time. So, to win control, the Republicans only need to get 5 seats in the House and just 1 in the Senate. And that leads us to takeaway number 1. Buckle up for political gridlock.
Everything and anything is at stake. Are we going to elect people who believe in free and fair elections, or are we going to give the keys over to people who deny that we have free and fair elections in the United States? So it really is a pivotal election here.
Right now, we are seeing record turnout.
If Republicans take back the House or the Senate, and again, it's likely, it's going to be hard, if not impossible, for Biden to push through any of his plans.
There's a lot at stake.
Climate change, expanding government-run health care, protecting abortion rights, tighten gun control, could also put in doubt the financial and weapons support the U.S. gives to Ukraine.
Are you ready to fight for these things now?
Takeaway number 2, and this is a big one. There's no president on this ballot, but the results will have a profound impact on who the next president might be. And that's because there's a lot of election deniers on the ballot.
It is definitely a new frontier here in America. The fact that you have people running for elected office, seeking people's votes, who have either actively tried to overturn the last presidential election, deny that President Joe Biden is legitimately in the White House, are sowing doubts about the integrity of the elections.
Election deniers running in an election. I know. So take Republican Jim Marchant. He insists the last election was stolen from Donald Trump.
I believe it was stolen, yeah.
Marchant is now running to be Nevada's Secretary of State. If he wins, he'd be the guy in charge of how the next presidential election is run and counted.
If we get all of our secretaries of state elected around the country like this, we take our country back.
And there are many others like him running elsewhere.
We will no longer accept rigged elections. Who's with me on that?
Takeaway number 3, politicians have also spent years gerrymandering those districts, basically fiddling with the boundaries to make sure that the voters who support them are in and exclude those voters who don't. It sounds crazy, but gerrymandering's a thing in America. The fight is mainly now in the suburbs of Pennsylvania, California, Ohio, and North Carolina. And for the Senate, a lot of the attention goes to the race in Pennsylvania. And it's partly because of this guy. You may know him from TV, Dr. Mehmet Oz.
I'm running for the U.S. Senate because Washington keeps getting it wrong with extreme positions.
He's now a Trump-backed Republican and edging up against this guy, Democrat John Fetterman. Now, part of the reason it's so contentious is that Fetterman had a stroke during the campaign. And in a recent debate, boy, oh boy, did that stroke ever show.
I support fracking, and I do support fracking.
Finally, takeaway number 4, the polarization. It's not a lot that Americans agree on, but here's one thing. 77% say the country is now more divided than before the pandemic. Some don't even believe the current government is legit. However, there is one guarantee for Tuesday. U.S. elections are never boring. This one's got a lot of nail-biters and really will set the stage for what happens in the next 2 years.